behind the Methodist church. There was a fence with hydrangeas spilling through, great heavy heads of blue against the whiteboards, the bluest blue that summer ever knew. We passed them every evening after supper. You'd always reach and touch one as we went. I never knew a flower could be a compass until the blue hydrangeas held your scent. Blue hydrangeas leaning on the fence, blue hydrangeas making so much sense of everything that summer tried to tell us about the way that beauty doesn't last, but leaves a kind of color in the memory. Blue hydrangeas holding to the past. Now every July, when the hydrangeas open, I walk a little slower past the gate. Blue hydrangeas, you and that July. Blue hydrangeas, I still wonder why. A flower and a fence and a summer evening lane can make me feel so full and so in pain. Blue hydrangeas blooming every year. Blue hydrangeas keeping you still near. November rain is different from the rest. It doesn't rush or rattle on the glass. It settles like a memory on the sill and pulls you somewhere quiet from the past. The other months bring showers that move on, but this one lingers patient, cold and gray. It finds the spaces you forgot were there and fills them with the ones who went away. November rain falling soft and slow. November rain, the kind that makes you know that somewhere in the seasons turning gray, there's something you've been carrying all year that only comes to surface in this way. November rain, the most honest rain of all. Make a cup of something warm and sit and let the window hold the world outside. November rain needs nothing back from me, just a quiet room in which to come inside. November rain, I've learned to let you in. November rain, old friend beneath my skin. You bring the faces back I thought I'd filed away. November rain, you always find a way. The lights came on at dusk along the midway. The smell of popcorn drifting through the air. You bought the tickets with your careful savings and led me to the wheel with gentle care. We rose above the rooftops and the treetops. The whole town spread below us, small and bright. And at the very top you reached across me and took my hand against the summer night. The Ferris wheel turning slow and high. The Ferris wheel between the earth and sky. At the top of everything I'd ever known, you held my hand and suddenly the world felt like our own. Some moments live forever in a single turn. The Ferris wheel, the sweetest thing to learn. We rode it twice, the second time on purpose, so we could reach the top one more time. The Ferris wheel, I still feel the height. The Ferris wheel, that warm September night. The town below us glittered like a handful of small stars. The Ferris wheel, the night that made us ours. guardian dog so quickly on the trail. We ran the last half mile without a plan, and ducked beneath the covered bridge together, just barely out of reach of where the rain began. We stood there in the dimness of the timber, the creek below us rushing with the storm, your shoulder close enough to mine to feel it, two strangers finding accidental warmth. The covered bridge, shelter from the rain. The covered bridge, nothing to explain. We talked about the weather and the trail and where we'd been, and somewhere in the talking something quietly came in, a kind of recognition that the storm had given us. The covered bridge, the beginning of our us. The rain stopped after 40 minutes maybe, but neither one of us was quick to leave. The covered bridge, I go back every spring. The covered bridge, remembering everything. The sound of rain on old wood overhead, and you beside me, every word you said. The storm that brought us close enough to start. The covered bridge, the shelter of my heart.
The old tin roof would amplify the weather. A summer storm became a symphony. The drops would start as singles, then as thousands, and fill the little farmhouse up with sound for free. I'd pull the quilt up to my chin and listen, the thunder rolling distant, low and long, the rain conducting everything above me, the tin roof turning water into song. Tin roof rain, the loudest lullaby. Tin roof rain, beneath a storming sky. There was something in the racket that felt safe and understood, like the world was doing something it was always meant to do. And I was exactly where I always should. Tin city now with a proper roof above that doesn't say a single word when it rains. Tin roof rain, I miss your honest sound. Tin roof rain, the most comforting I found. Nothing modern gives me what that old tin roof once did. Tin roof rain, the sound of being a kid.
The orchard was a white so deep it hurt. The blossoms crowded every reaching arm. We walked the rows in silence, mostly breathing the sweetness of the old Macintosh farm. Breeze came through and lifted all the petals. They fell on us like something from a dream. You held your hands out flat to catch them falling and laughed at how impossible it seemed. The orchard in bloom, white against the blue. The orchard in bloom, walking there with you. The petals falling softly like a benediction down the most beautiful cathedral in the whole of any town. I've seen the famous gardens of the world in photographs, but the orchard in bloom was where my heart still laughs. They cut half the orchard down for housing. The spring before last, I heard they did. The orchard in bloom, I close my eyes and go. The orchard in bloom, petals soft and slow, still falling on your outstretched hands that April afternoon. The orchard in bloom, my favorite room. We wrote our wishes on the paper sides in pencil so the heat would not run through. Then lit the small flame at the bottom gently and held it till it wanted to pursue. It lifted slow at first, then found its current and rose above the tree line into black. We held our breath wishes that we whispered into paper, into ours. I held your hand until the last one faded. Paper lanterns, the most beautiful we've made. I don't recall the wishes that I wrote that night, but I remember clearly holding on to you. Paper lanterns, I still watch them go. Paper lanterns in the afterglow of every year that's passed since we stood in that field. Paper lanterns, everything revealed that love is just a lantern that we send into the sky and hope it keeps on glowing as it rises out of sight. We found them on the hillside past the orchard, small and red and hiding in the green. We picked them by the handful, stained our fingers. The sweetest thing that summer had to mean. We didn't have a basket or a bucket, just our cupped and purpled palms instead. We ate as fast as we could ever gather and laughed at how our lips and hands went red. Wild berry summer running up the hill, wild berry summer running still. In the best part of my memory, where nothing has a cost, and freedom was a hillside and a summer never lost. We didn't know that we were in the golden part of things. Wild berry summer, what a gift it brings. I drove past that hillside not so long ago. The berries were still there, I'm glad to know. Wild berry summer stained into my hands. Wild berry summer, more than I had planned. To love about a season or a hillside or a year. Wild berry summer, I still feel you're here. Before the power lines came down our road, we gathered every evening by the lamp. The Kerosene would fill the room with something between a smell and warmth, familiar and damp. My father read, my mother mended something, my sister drew her pictures on the floor. The flame would shift and all our shadows danced, and no one felt the need for anything more. Kerosene lamp, burning amber low. Kerosene lamp, the only light to know. We didn't have a television or a telephone in sight, just the circle of the family in the kerosene light. I know that we were poor by every measure, but in that circle we were rich beyond all treasure. The power came the winter I turned 14, and suddenly the house felt sharp and bright and clean. Kerosene lamp, I'd trade the bright for you. Kerosene lamp, the warmest light I knew. No bulb has ever given off the color of that glow. Kerosene lamp, the warmest thing I know. There was a window at the top of everything, a small square cut into the eaves up high, where I would climb on Saturday afternoons and press my forehead to the cold and watch the sky. The whole town spread below me like a story. The church, the school, the road that left for God. I'd make up futures for the people passing and live 100 lives the way a child could. The attic window, just enough of sky. The attic window, watching life go by. A room of dust and cardboard boxes, old forgotten things. But from that little window I could see most everything. The world was small and manageable from up there. The attic window, my own private air. I'd stay until the supper call came floating up through the floorboards from the floor below. The attic window, a sometimes. The attic window in the quietest of times. I close my eyes and find that small square piece of sky. The attic window where I learned to say goodbye to everything below and dream of everything ahead. The attic window where my real life was led. Sunday came with church bells and the smell of fresh cut grass. We'd walk the 3 blocks down to where the vendors set their stands. You'd stop at every table like you had all day to spend, and I would follow gladly, holding tight to your 2 hands. We'd buy a paper bag of peaches from the orchard man and taste them walking, juice running down our chins and hands. We never spent much money and we never needed to. The richest morning of my week was anyone with you. The Sunday market, slow and full of light. The Sunday market, everything felt right. $1's worth of flowers and a loaf of seeded bread, and the whole wide world was generous with everything it said. I've been to fancier places with a finer thing to buy, but the Sunday market mornings were the richest of my life. They've moved it now to Saturdays and doubled up the stalls, but Sunday was the magic, and the Sunday is what calls. The Sunday market, hand inside of mine. The Sunday market, ordinary and divine. Of all the mornings given to me in this long and grateful life, the Sunday market mornings were the ones that felt most right. Between the pages of an old anthology, I found a flower pressed to almost lace. The color nearly gone, the shape still holding, a ghost of something left inside that space. I don't recall which summer it was gathered, or whose hand laid it carefully between the pages of a poem ever seen. Pressed flowers, thin as memory now. Pressed flowers, I don't remember how. They came to rest inside this heavy book, but I can't bring myself to take a second look and throw them out the way that time throws things. Pressed flowers holding on to everything. Perhaps they were a love note without language, a way of saying something past the word. Pressed flowers, I'll leave them where they are. Pressed flowers, like a faded star, still giving off a kind of quiet light between the pages of a book tonight.
We'd leave before the light had touched the water. The truck cab cold, the thermos full of black. He never said much more than grab your jacket, and I would follow, never looking back. We'd set our lines and settle on the dockboards. The mist would rise and swallow up the shore. Two people with no need to fill the silence. The quiet was the thing we'd driven for. The fishing dock before the world began. The fishing dock beside a quiet man. He taught me more in silence than in any word he said. The patience and the stillness and the early morning red. I didn't know that sitting there beside him was the closest I would ever feel to home. The fishing dock, the place I'm never alone. He's gone now, and the dock has seen some weather, but I still go sometimes before the sun. The fishing dock, I set my line alone. The fishing dock, the closest thing to home. I feel him in the silence and the mist above the lake. The fishing dock, still teaching for his sake.
kitchen faced the east and caught the morning before the rest of us had left our beds. The smell of butter warming in the skillet and cinnamon and apples golden red. She never used a recipe or measure, just hands that knew exactly what to do. A pinch of this, a handful of the other, and somehow everything came out brand new. Grandma's kitchen, warm against the cold. Grandma's kitchen, stories to be told. The smell of something baking in the early afternoon could bring me back to childhood like no other thing could do. Now when I catch that scent upon the autumn air, I find myself in Grandma's kitchen standing there. I've tried to make her recipes from memory and guessing, but love was the ingredient I always seem to miss. Grandma's kitchen, gone but breathing still. Grandma's kitchen, always, always will live inside the hollow of a Tuesday afternoon when something in the oven fills the room.
The old machine sat heavy on the desk. The keys worn smooth from years of use before. I'd load the paper, set the margins carefully, and think about the person I was writing for. Each letter took its time, there was no rushing. A misdipped word meant starting over clean. I chose my words more carefully because of it. The most deliberate love I'd ever seen. The old typewriter, clacking through the night. The old typewriter, getting something right. The ribbon wearing thin, but still with something left to give. The carriage return bell ringing like a reason left to live. I sent my heart out letter by imperfect letter, the old typewriter. Nothing has been better. She kept them in a shoebox tied with kitchen string. I found them after every single thing. The old typewriter still sits on the shelf. The old typewriter, speaking for itself of all the ways that love is found to make itself be known. The old typewriter, the most honest one I've known.
Along the lane behind the Methodist church, there was a fence with hydrangeas spilling through. Great heavy heads of blue against the whiteboards, the bluest blue that summer ever knew. We passed them every evening after supper. You'd always reach and touch one as we went. I never knew a flower could be a compass until the blue hydrangeas held your scent. Blue hydrangeas leaning on the fence. Blue hydrangeas making so much sense of everything that summer tried to tell us about the way that beauty doesn't last, but leaves a kind of color in the memory. Blue hydrangeas holding to the past. Now every July, when the hydrangeas open, I walk a little slower past the gate. Blue hydrangeas, you and that July. Blue hydrangeas, I still wonder why. A flower and a fence and a summer evening lane can make me feel so full and so in pain. Blue hydrangeas blooming every year. Blue hydrangeas keeping you still near. November rain is different from the rest. It doesn't rush or rattle on the glass. It settles like a memory on the the sill and pulls you somewhere quiet from the past. The other months bring showers that move on, but this one lingers patient, cold and gray. It finds the spaces you forgot were there and fills them with the ones who went away. November rain falling soft and slow. November rain, the kind that makes you know that somewhere in the seasons turning gray, there's something you've been carrying all year that only comes to surface in this way. November rain, the most honest rain of all. I make a cup of something warm and sit and let the window hold the world outside. November rain needs nothing back from me, just a quiet room in which to come inside. November rain, I've learned to let you in. November rain, old friend beneath my skin. You bring the faces back I thought I'd filed away. November rain, you always find a way. The lights came on at dusk along the midway. The smell of popcorn drifting through the air. You bought the tickets with your careful savings and led me to the wheel with gentle care. We rose above the rooftops and the treetops. The whole town spread below us, small and bright. And at the very top you reached across me and took my hand against the summer night. The Ferris wheel turning slow and high, the Ferris wheel between the earth and sky. At the top of everything I'd ever known, you held my hand and suddenly the world felt like our own. Some moments live twice, the second time on purpose, so we could reach the top one more time. The Ferris wheel, I still feel the height. The Ferris wheel, that warm September night. The town below us glittered like a handful of small stars. The Ferris wheel, the night that made us ours. Escorting dogs so quickly on the trail. We ran the last half mile without a plan, and ducked beneath the covered bridge together, just barely out of reach of where the rain began. We stood there in the dimness of the timber, the creek below us rushing with the storm. Your shoulder close enough to mine to feel it. Two strangers finding accidental warmth. The covered bridge, shelter from the rain. The covered bridge, nothing to explain. We talked about the weather and the trail and where we'd been, and somewhere in the talking, something quietly came in, the kind of recognition that the storm had given us. The covered bridge, the beginning of our us. The rain stopped after 40 minutes maybe, but neither one of us was quick to leave. The covered bridge, I go back every spring. The covered bridge, remembering everything. The sound of rain on old wood overhead, and you beside me, every word you said. The storm that brought us close enough to start. The covered bridge, the shelter of my heart.
The old tin roof would amplify the weather. A summer storm became a symphony. The drops would start as singles, then fill the little farmhouse up with sound for free. I'd pull the quilt up to my chin and listen. The thunder rolling distant, low and long. The rain conducting everything above me. A tin roof turning water into song. Tin roof rain, the loudest lullaby. Tin roof rain, beneath the storming sky. There was something in the racket that felt safe and understood. Like the world was doing something it was always meant to do. And I was exactly where I always should. Tin roof rain, the best sound that I knew. I live in a city now with a proper roof above. Doesn't say a single word when it rains. Tin roof rain, I miss your honest sound. Tin roof rain, the most comforting I found. Nothing modern gives me what that old tin roof once did. Tin roof rain, the sound of being a kid.
The orchard was a white so deep it hurt. The blossoms crowded every reaching arm. We walked the rows in silence, mostly breathing the sweetness of the old Macintosh farm. Breeze came through and lifted all the petals. They fell on us like something from a dream. You held your hands out flat to catch them falling, and laughed at how impossible it seemed. The orchard in bloom, white against the blue. The orchard in bloom, walking there with you. The petals falling softly like a benediction down. The most beautiful cathedral in the whole of any town. I've seen the famous gardens of the world in photographs, but the orchard in bloom was where my heart still laughs. They cut half the orchard down for housing. The spring before last, I heard they did. The orchard in bloom, I close my eyes and go. The orchard in bloom, petals soft and slow, still falling on your outstretched hands that April afternoon. The orchard in on the paper size in pencil so the heat would not run through. Then lit the small flame at the bottom gently and held it till it wanted to pursue. It lifted slow at first, then found its current and rose above the tree line into black. We held our breath and watched until it vanished, and neither one of us could hold it back. Paper lanterns rising into night, paper lanterns carrying the light of everything we hoped for in that field beneath the stars, the wishes that we whispered into paper, into ours. I held your hand until the last one faded. Paper lanterns, the most beautiful we've made. I don't recall the wishes that I wrote that night, but I remember clearly holding on to you. Paper lanterns, I still watch them go. Paper lanterns in the afterglow of every year that's passed since we stood in that field. Paper lanterns, everything revealed that love is just a lantern that we send into the sky and hope it keeps on glowing as it rises out of sight. We found them on the hillside past the orchard, small and red and hiding in the green. We picked them by the handful, stained our fingers, the sweetest thing that summer had to mean. We didn't have a basket or a bucket, just our cupped and purpled palms instead. We ate as fast as we could ever gather and laughed at how our lips and hands went red. Wild berry summer running up the hill, wild berry summer running still. In the best part of my memory, where nothing has a cost, and freedom was a hillside and a summer never lost. We didn't know that we were in the golden part of things. Wild berry summer, what a gift it brings. I drove past that hillside not so long ago. The berries were still there, I'm glad to know. Wildberry summer stained into my hands. Wildberry summer, more than I had planned. To love about a season or a hillside or a year. Wildberry summer, I still feel you're here. Before the power lines came down our road, we gathered every evening by the lamp. The kerosene would fill the room with something between a smell and warmth, familiar and damp. Father read, my mother mended something. My sister drew her pictures on the floor. The flame would shift and all our shadows danced, and no one felt the need for anything more. Kerosene lamp, burning amber low. Kerosene lamp, the only light to know. We didn't have a television or a telephone in sight, just the circle of the family in the kerosene light. I know that we were poor by every measure, but in that circle we were rich beyond all treasure. The power came the winter I turned 14, and suddenly the house felt sharp and bright and clean. Kerosene lamp, I'd trade the bright for you. Kerosene lamp, the warmest light I knew. No bulb has ever given off the color of that glow. Kerosene lamp, the warmest thing I know. There was a window at the top of everything, a small square cut into the eaves up high, where I would climb on Saturday afternoons and press my forehead to the cold and watch the sky. The whole town spread below me like a story. The church, the school, the road that left for God. I'd make up futures for the people passing and live 100 lives the way a child could. The attic window, just enough of sky. The attic window, watching life go by. A room of dust and cardboard boxes, old forgotten things. But from that little window I could see most everything. The world was small and manageable from up there. The attic window, my own private air. I'd stay until the supper call came floating up through the floorboards from the floor below. The attic window, I still go back sometimes. The attic window, in the quietest of times. I close my eyes and find that small square piece of sky. The attic window, where I learned to say goodbye to everything below and dream of everything ahead. The attic window, where my real life was led. Sunday came with church bells and the smell of fresh cut grass. We'd walk the 3 blocks down to where the vendors set their stands. You'd stop at every table like you had all day to spend, and I would follow gladly, holding tight to your 2 hands. We'd buy a paper bag of peaches from the orchard man and taste them walking, juice running down our chins and hands. We never spent much money, and we never needed to. The richest morning of my week was anyone with you. The Sunday market, slow and full of light. The Sunday market, everything felt right. $1's worth of flowers and a loaf of seeded bread, and the whole wide world was generous with everything it said. I've been to fancier places with a finer thing to buy, but the Sunday market mornings were the richest of my life. They've moved it now to Saturdays and doubled up the stalls, but Sunday was the magic, and the Sunday is what calls. The Sunday market, hand inside of mine. The Sunday market, ordinary and divine. Of all the mornings given to me in this long and grateful life, the Sunday market mornings Between the pages of an old anthology, I found a flower pressed to almost lace. The color nearly gone, the shape still holding, a ghost of something left inside that space. I don't recall which summer it was gathered, or whose hand laid it carefully between the pages of a poem about forgetting the most remembered thing I've never seen. Pressed flowers, thin as memory now. Pressed flowers, I don't remember how they came to rest inside this heavy book. But I can't bring myself to take a second look and throw them out the way time throws things. Pressed flowers holding on to everything. Perhaps they were a love note without language, a way of saying something past the word. Pressed flowers, I'll leave them where they are. Pressed flowers, like a faded star, still giving off a kind of quiet light between pages of a book tonight.
We'd leave before the light had touched the water. The truck cab cold, the thermos full of black. He never said much more than grab your jacket, and I would follow, never looking back. We'd set our lines and settle on the dock boards. The mist would rise and swallow up the shore. Two people with no need to fill the silence. The quiet was the thing we'd driven for. The fishing dock before the world began. The fishing dock beside a quiet man. He taught me more in silence than in any word he said. The patience and the stillness and the early morning red. I didn't know that sitting there beside him was the closest I would ever feel to home. The fishing dock, the place I'm never alone. He's gone now, and the dock is seen somewhere weather, but I still go sometimes before the sun. The fishing dock, I set my line alone. The fishing dock, the closest thing to home. I feel him in the silence and the mist above the lake. The fishing dock, still teaching for his sake.
Kitchen faced the east and caught the morning before the rest of us had left our beds. The smell of butter warming in the skillet and cinnamon and apples golden red. She never used a recipe or measure, just hands that knew exactly what to do. A pinch of this, a handful of the other, and somehow everything came out brand new. Grandma's kitchen, warm against the cold. Grandma's kitchen, stories to be told. The smell of something baking in the early afternoon could bring me back to childhood like no other thing could do. Now when I catch that scent upon the autumn air, I find myself in Grandma's kitchen standing there. I've tried to make her recipes from memory and guessing, but love was the ingredient I always seem to miss. Grandma's kitchen, gone but breathing still. Grandma's kitchen, always, always will live inside the hollow of a Tuesday afternoon, when something in the oven fills the room.
The old machine sat heavy on the desk. The keys worn smooth from years of use before. I'd load the paper, set the margins carefully, and think about the person I was writing for. Each letter took its time, there was no rushing. A misstepped word meant starting over clean. chose my words more carefully because of it. The most deliberate love I'd ever seen. The old typewriter clacking through the night. The old typewriter getting something right. The ribbon wearing thin, but still with something left to give. The carriage return bell ringing like a reason left to live. I sent my heart out letter by imperfect letter, the old typewriter. Nothing has been better. She kept them in a shoebox tied with kitchen string. I found them after every single thing. The old typewriter still sits on the shelf. The old typewriter speaking for itself of all the ways that love is found to make itself be